Hello everyone. Hello, welcome to Olare Motorogi Conservancy. Welcome to Mahali Mzuri. I am Jackson. The cameraman is Duncan. We have just started our afternoon game drive. So it's another beautiful day today. It's a little bit cloudy, although I've been a bit sunny. So on my background, I can see a group of zebras. That is a dazzle of zebras. When you see them around, you can see them, they're lining up. This is a beautiful valley down here. Actually, they normally like to come down here and have a drink, especially at this time of the day. So they have just having a drink, and you see they're just enjoying the lushy grass. For the last like 1 day ago, I think 2 days ago, we had a bit of a rain, so the grass look a bit greener now. Very lushy for the antelopes, for all of the herbivores. So look at that, they're just all lining up. This is kind of following a single file, and this is how they come all together for safety numbers. Because most of the time, whenever they try to scatter around, it can be easily poached by the predators or killed by the predators. So hang on, we're gonna drive along. We can try to get a bit closer to them. So come with us. So you can see them all lining up. This is a little bit of scattered bushes along here. It is such a good terrain for these herbivores as well. So when Duncan tried to show the camera a little bit along, you can see all the way across a small group of zebras there. Alright, so today we're gonna try whether we can find some cats. It is another beautiful day, so we're gonna try our luck whether we can find some spotty cats. So you see, we're just driving along the savannah. It is a bit of a plain bordering a bit of a woodland, so we can call it a woodland savannah. You can see there's a lot of destroyed trees by elephants. Elephants are very destructive animals. They do break down these trees, they feed. Actually, these trees are acacia trees. This is acacia trees, and it is one of the most favorite trees for the elephants and giraffe as well. So I told you earlier on, we're gonna try whether we can find a cat. These are kind of a terrain sometimes we can find. Probably cheetahs might be here. Probably lions might be here as well. Leopards like more thicket. So we're just trying our luck. It's a big tree that has been pushed down there by an elephant. Look at that. It's such a huge tree. It's an acacia tree. The elephant just pull it down. And actually they normally push it down so that they can feed on the leaves of that tree. So they normally like to go for the top of the tree because it is very nutritious and very palatable. And also the elephant bring it down because of the young ones as well. All right. So the grass look very lushy. They look very green. It is a beautiful place for the cat to hide. Wow. Alright, I don't know whether you can see that. I don't know whether Duncan can put the camera on. Just hold on. Sorry. Look at that. Alright, so look at that. That's great. You can see the cheetahs just right on my background. It is 3 male cheetahs. These cheetahs belong to one of the female, a very famous female in the conservancy called Selenge. And actually there are 3 boys. Earlier before, Selenge just got 4 cubs, and 1 was a female and 3 are the male. So normally the male form collision, but the females normally separate from the male. So these are the boys of Selenkei. They look pretty, they look well fed. They're just having a bit of a chill out, resting. So they're just actually hiding on the long grass. You can see how they can blend in very well, you know. You can see they just popping their heads. Sometimes it's really difficult to see, especially along the grass, because they can just completely put down their heads, which make them a little bit hard to see. They have some beautiful faces, you can see that. A bit of the tear marks. You can see the black line running from the eye to the mouth. We call them the tear mark. The reason why, or the main reason why they have that black line, the function is because they normally hunt in the middle of the day. So the black line can help them to absorb the light of the day so that they can see well. It's just like the soccer players. They normally put on that whenever they play in the middle of the day. Every time they like to put up their heads because of some predators like lions normally chase them away, so they have to be so cautious and very careful to make sure that nothing stalks them. Most of these cats, they all hate each other because they're all competing for the same prey, and that is why you never came across lions together with the cheetahs. This is very peaceful. These three brothers from one of our very famous female cheetah here at Olare Motorogi Conservancy, very close to Mahali Mzuri. That is where they were born, these three boys and one female. And there were four of them before they separated. Their mother is a very famous female cheetah called Selenkei. We call her the princess of Motorogi Conservancy. Selenkei is one very famous female cheetah that has made many people happy and put smiles on many guests' faces. I'm pretty sure if anyone has ever been here, like guests who have been in this conservancy, they must have probably come across Selenkei and these little guys when they were little cubs. Now they're about 2 years plus, young male cheetahs. They have formed a coalition of three brothers now. The female has gone along to probably find a family and be able to start her generation. The mother is still alive. She's having another cub now. And the last time we had nice time with her is around here, and she's crossed over to Naboisho, and probably she might have gone to Orkinyei Conservancy, and at some point she will come back to this area. So these three males originally spent a lot of time with their mother here, but they ended up separating. Normally after 2 years, you know, the male cheetahs will say the cubs will separate with the mother. They have gone through their last lesson of life, and that is how to kill. Normally as they grow, they get taught a lot of things by their mother. One of the things that they learn from their mom is how to get away from trouble. And those are the first lessons of life that the cubs learn from the mother. They will get to know that a hyena is not a friend, a lion is not a friend, a leopard is not a friend, a buffalo is going to kill me. So the body language of the mother will be able to be learned by the cubs as they grow. And as they grow older, maybe 8 months plus, they will start learning about killing. And the skill of killing is learned by what we call the catch-release game.
the mother will bring a young one of an impala or a Thompson gazelle alive and will let the cubs chase it around and practice how to trip it down and jump on it, and how to take it down quite quickly. And probably they will torture that little fawn for at least 30 minutes. I've witnessed that happen right here with their mother and these boys when they were young. And the mother got a young one of a gazelle and brought it to them. They were playing so happily. They loved their little toy. And after 30 minutes, there was a male Thompson gazelle that heard the little fawn bleating and came closer and closer and closer and closer until he got into what I call striking distance. And the mother was just watching this male Thompson coming too close, sideways, and she took off. What happened next? The male Thompson tried to go left, right, left, right, left, right, dust up, and the male is down. The mother killed the male, and these little guys here that you see them here got so fascinated, and they left the little fawn to run away into the plains and join the mother. And the male Thompson gazelle ended up getting killed. So those are some of the chronicles of the bush that we see while out here on game drive. So these little guys have learned their last kill. At the age of 2 years, they were able to take down young ones of gazelles. And eventually the mother came into season, and they started separating. The girl went alone, and the boy, they first stuck together, the four of them, and their sister left them eventually. Now the three boys stayed together for quite a long time, and they were just staying around here, and they moved out. And today they just remember to come back to their mother's territory. We found them this morning, and they took down a Thompson gazelle just a few meters from here. And these guys are so full now, they're just relaxing and enjoying time. This breeze of the evening, it's quite cloudy and nice. And eventually they might pull away from this area because it's a bit bushy, and they don't want to get surprised by lions. So they separated with their sister. Their sister went, I saw her around camp for quite some time. And I believe maybe now she's having cubs or she's pregnant somewhere, and maybe perhaps she might remember to come back to where they got raised. Cheetahs normally keep a very, very long home range, not like leopards or lions that have very small territories. Cheetahs move a lot, and so they cover a lot of ground. These guys can go all the way to Olare Conservancy, come back, go to Mara North, come back, just to explore. And today they just came here to see how their original territory looked like. And happy enough, they took down a male Thompson gazelle again, and they had a great time. So now all they just keep looking around is to see if there's anything that is coming to attack them. One of them is quite a lot, and the other ones are fast asleep. Yeah. Just trying to digest the gazelle.
Yeah, absolutely. Very true, Duncan. The cheetahs, actually, this is one of the best time for them, because what they're trying to do now is just trying to find a peaceful place to rest and probably to sleep over the night. Earlier on, Duncan have mentioned that they bring down a gazelle. It was a male Thompson gazelle, which was pretty enough for them. So they had a meal, of which they're quite lucky because nothing take their kill. They just kill instantly, and they just eat the whole thing, completely finished. There's no hyena. There's no lion came in, because sometimes they have a problem. Whenever they hunt and probably a hyena come out or a lion, they normally lose their kill because the hyena can take the kill away or the lion can take the kill away as well. But today they're very lucky. They just made a kill, and they're successfully just completely fit with their kill. So they're quite very energetic, very powerful now, very full. So they're just having a bit of a time to rest. And these cats, they have a very wide range of movement, so they keep moving around. They never stay in one place like lion and leopard. So probably you might see today here, and maybe tomorrow they might be miles away from where we are now. So they just keep moving. Remember, this is the fastest animal in the world. They can run up to a speed of 65 miles an hour. That is just a short distance because they're sprinters. So they just actually wait for the kill to be more close, or the prey, and then they can just make a very quick run. And whenever they miss like maybe 1 or 2 times, they give up. it will take them another half an hour to recover back and start to try hand again. So it is a little bit bushy along here, so it is not a safe place for them to stay. They need to move out. Otherwise, probably lions might walk along here, or maybe any other predator, which is not good for them. So I will precisely think that they might walk up and find a bit open area to rest. These are the animals that are more, whenever you see their body shape, their structure, they're all built up for speed. They just need that long legs, small heads, a long tail for balancing. So the whole body shape is built up for speed. They're a little bit hiding. You can see the grass a bit tall. Remember, we are waiting for the big migration, probably maybe by the end of this month or maybe in July. So this grass will be slashed down. We call the wildebeest the lone mouse because they completely slash down this grass. The whole area remain like somebody cut them off, but the wildebeest will just slash them down. But currently, it is quite good for the cats because you can see a gleam of it. Whenever they put their heads up, that's the time you can see clearly. But as long as they put their heads down, it's a little bit hard for them for you to see them.
Right. So the biggest worry the cats have here is there is a very big competition between the various species of cats that live in this area. Around this conservancy, we have quite a high density of lions, hyenas, and so forth. And so, mother cheetahs have a very big trouble for the first 6 months of life, trying to raise cubs like this. And this has been one of the most successful cheetahs, able to raise 4 cubs for the first time. And now this beautiful coalition of 3 young males are going to be big cheetahs that will be roaming this conservancy. So it was a little bit unlucky for the second time that she had cubs because she kept losing them, and now she has 1. And that one probably is now grown up a little bit more out of 6 months, which is going to be more safer for the cub. We have a feeling that that one might survive because initially when they were very young and she was struggling with the little cubs here, she kept bumping into lions and had to run away. She kept bumping into hyenas, and the cycle of life. There's nothing much you can do, and it's a little bit tough sometimes to watch lions chasing a cheetah with little cubs, but that's the cycle of life. You got to watch that. And leopards have big advantage of climbing trees and hiding up there, but the cheetah is built for speed. But when the cubs are a little younger, if they get surprised, they can easily panic and get killed by lions. So this coalition of 3 young male cheetahs, it's gonna be something beautiful here.
Absolutely, they're gonna make them.
And they're good hunters. Their mother gave them very, very good training. One of them, I think we have to give him a very good name of a good hunter because he learned very well from the mother.
Absolutely.
I think the mother had a lot of endurance. When we see her chasing, she could run until we think she's gonna lose it, and I think she runs beyond the 1,500 meters. People say that cheetahs can go up to 500. We think Selenke can go more than that, and sometimes we think, oh, she's never gonna get it. It's too far, and she keeps accelerating until we just see dust going up and the gazelle is down. So one of these male cheetahs is a pro. She learned 100% from the mother, and he's the one that is helping the 2 others.
Yes.
Today he's the one who took that gazelle down. The other one started the chase and he just looked at him and he took off, and we couldn't follow. It was lightning speed, absolutely fast, and all we had to do is just stop the car and watch. And after we see the gazelle gone down, we drove closely. But
Absolutely.
one of them is really, really smart.
Yeah, I think Selenge is one of them, the role model of the conservancy, especially in terms of hunting for the cheetahs. I think the other cheetah female that we can compare with Selenge is Malaika in the park. I think she was also a superwoman, such a strong female cheetah. But Selenge is incredible, fast cat. Um, every time, I remember there was a time that every day, wherever you're feeling that you might want to kill, you just follow Selenge, and definitely, whenever you are lucky enough that you find it before it hunt, actually you're gonna see the hunt. And the most interesting thing is actually one of the male cheetah here have just adopted the skill of the mother, which is fantastic because it's gonna help the brothers to at least they will not sleep hungry. They're gonna just try every time um, you know to hunt for them, which are very nice. Whenever you see them coming together doing a collision, it is such a strong combination for the cheetahs. All right.
So because these guys have had a great meal in the morning, the biggest trouble they have is number one is flies. You can see the tail going, up and just lying and digesting all those chunks of meat. And another trouble will be the lions if there are lions around here. And that's it for the day. I think they are done. These guys have had a great meal, and they may not do much today. They will just lie down and just dream about this gazelle that they had today. So we'll just leave them here, let them have a great time, and we'll catch up with them sometime. We're going to drive along to see if we can find some more carnivores along here.
Absolutely.
This is really a cat country.
Yep. So
All right, hang on, guys.
Yeah,
Sit back and relax, enjoy your safari. We're going to go and see if we can find for you some more carnivores. Bye-bye, boys.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you later.
Yep. So earlier on, they come all together and start looking at each other. It's such an interesting thing because whenever they are quite full and the whole faces were covered by the blood, and they all come together and start licking each other. So that is a way of cleaning each other. So they lick the face of each other to try and clean away because of the flies. So that's normally how the cats do. Every cat do that. The lions do that. The cheetahs do that. The leopard do that as well. Whenever they are together, probably the male and the female together. Well, so we're driving along. We're gonna try to find more cats. So fingers crossed. We're just trying to head in a little bit of a territory along here. We might be successful and might find some lions. So, we might be. It's not something that's guaranteed. But let us put our fingers crossed and see whether we can find them. You see, we are just driving along the savannah. Looks very clear. So we drive a little bit along on the open and then we can turn down to the bushes where the lions normally hide. You see, whenever you came across such a plain without animals, it is one of the indications that will tell you that the predators are around, and this is how we can be able to know if the cats are around, either lions, cheetah, because remember these are the predators, and every time antelope or the prey spot them, they normally try to keep a distance. They try to find the safety area for them to rest. So that is one of the tricks we use in the bush to know exactly where the predators are. So when you turn around, actually, I think you can see all the way along. It is very clear. There's no zebra, there's no antelope, there's no gazelle. So it is such a plain that which is quite empty. Look at the beautiful scenery. You can see the rays of the sun. The scenery are always fascinating here in Africa. Remember, this is Olare Motorogi Conservancy.
Beautiful light from heaven.
Right. We have some little funny bushes here. These are called whistling corner acacia. You can see this close by here. There's a lot of thorns on it. It's a whistling corner acacia tree. So when you look at it, you can see there's some hands on it. You know, look at that. They actually have a kind of a symbiotic relationship with the tree, because the ants will actually suck the juice from the gall, and they protect the tree against the browser. So anything like a giraffe or any other antelope try to come and feed on the tree, the ants will come out and they bite the mouth of the browser. So they make the animal to leave the tree. So it is such a kind of a symbiotic relationship with the tree. And the tree we use as a medicinal plant. We can use the root and make some soap on it. And also we used to fence in our local villages, especially for the kraal where you can put your cows.
landscape, huh?
So the bushes are just bordering, the open plain. So it's a grassland, and actually the bushes as well. This is one of the terrain where lions like, because every time they pop out of the bushes, they can see whether there's any antelopes or zebras or enemies on the plain. So whenever they see them, they can wait a ambush. Having a look around this area. Just having an eye on the bushes. Although this is the right time for them to come out, so we are hoping they might come out of the bushes. Keep your eye open. Duncan.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking.
Look, it's right here. Man, look at that. Wow. Look at that. Brilliant. It's out of the bushes. Look at that. Great. Beautiful.
It's a female.
It is actually.
Yeah, I think they are courting, eh?
Yep.
It's a female inside.
It's a female inside, and that is a male. It's a young male. It's having a bit of a rub on the bushes. Remember, those are the orange leaf croton bushes. They used to try and rub on those bushes so that they can protect themselves from the flies. Let me just drive a little bit back. Back, so that we can have a look more better. You can see how they can hide. They can blend very, very well.
I think they're getting ready to wake up.
Yeah, I mean, we're just right in the middle of the core area of the Hamako Pride. So we are suspecting that these are the young boys that are belong to the Sikata Pride that probably came and dismantled all of this pride, because we're thinking that probably that's one of the female from the Hamako Pride, and the male look a bit younger compared to the males we have in this pride. So we are thinking that it might be a takeover. These young males have taken over this pride, and for the last few days we have not yet spotted any of the sub-adults from this pride. We have not seen the whole group together, so probably there might be a bit of a fight among the males. I think let me just try to drive a little bit around, whether we can have a bit of a view, because it seems like they're a bit hiding. little bit tough because of the bushes.
Yeah. They're quite deep in it. The female is hiding as well.
The female is hiding as well. The male is hiding.
I think they will be out pretty soon.
Yep.
Because it's getting cold.
It's chilling out. So
Maybe we can just look around and then come back after a few minutes because they will be out. Just give them a few minutes to get ready.
for the mating.
Yeah. So guys, we'll just drive around a little bit.
Yep.
See if we can find the rest of the pride or any other of the females. And then we'll come back to these guys because they're still hiding in the bush. And they seem to be getting into their honeymoon. And we don't want to ruin their honeymoon. Yeah, they're courting definitely. The female is still staying a few meters away from the male. But the male is trying to be very gentle on the female. And every time the female growls, he pulls back. So we'll probably see them out in a minute.
All right, yeah, we're just driving a little bit out. Because sometimes when they're mating, they tend to be a little bit, skittish because they just want to have a bit of a time. They want to have their privacy. And that is why you see them, they've been hiding more on the dense bushes. Remember sometimes whenever they're not mating, they just come out and burst outside of the bushes. But when they're mating, they just try to have their bit of a private time, or they have a private life together. So most of the time, this is a bit of a mating season for the lions in the Mara. Majority of them do the mating at this time because we're expecting the big meal, probably from the big migration of the wildebeest. Remember, we are still on the area, on the territory, so we are just thinking that we might see probably another 1 or 2 lions. I'm looking on the bushes.
Yep.
Bushes look very thick. Remember, because of the rain, the bushes.
Sorry guys for that little network problem. Look like they're still hiding, eh?
Yep, they're still more hiding.
Yeah.
You can just
Let's go and wait a little bit. See if they can come out. Beautiful, beautiful view.
yeah, look at the scenery. It's really fascinating. Beautiful view. So we're just heading back to the 2 lions we left behind, the male and the female. approaching to the area we saw them. So we are hoping that it might come out again. They're still on the same position. Still on the bushes. Still hiding. You just see a glimpse of it, but they're a little bit skittish today.
Yeah, let's wait. Maybe they might move out.
Yep.
This is what happens when a new male comes into a territory. They're still a little bit shy to show off and move around here because they're not sure if the other male is gone away completely. So I found this female is trying to start mating with her, and the female is still staying a little bit far away from it, but eventually I think they're gonna start. He's moving around. Just watch.
Let me just go back.
He's gonna go close to the female.
The male have just got up. The female is inside the bushes. Oh, the female is coming out. Female is coming out. All the incredible sighting.
Just wait. Yeah, he's doing the territorial thing.
Yep, marking territory.
He's marking that bush.
As a territory marking, watching the female where it's heading to.
Let's just give it a few minutes. He's gonna follow that female.
Yep.
And then they will be out on the plains.
It might be a
Fantastic.
It might be a mate. We might be able to see the mate.
Yeah.
Look at the way they
He's
just
really
wrap
trying
around
to
those
mark that
bushes,
bush.
you know?
Yeah.
That's a way of trying to get rid of flies. Yeah.
Yeah, and leaving a little text message that
Yep.
I own this land now.
Exactly. Or sometimes they do a roar as well. They make a very loud roar.
I think you must be saying I've been able to kick out the original male, now I'm the king.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Gonna slip.
That is nice.
Gonna slip.
That's what lions like doing. You know, they just go down like that. Let's get around and see if we can have a good view of the girl. The girl is walking right out into the plains.
All right, let me just turn around. Just a minute. We're gonna try whether we can find, we can see clearly the lady or the female. So it's such an incredible sighting now. So the female belonged to the tribe Hamako. So we are suspecting the boy just came in and took the pride. These are the 3 boys we saw earlier on last week. So this is the female. Right there.
Oh, beautiful.
just come out and have a look along the savannah and see whether they can find, they can see whatever is available for today's menu. So this is the right time for the lions to come out of the bushes and try to survey around and look whether there's something easier for them to eat. Looks such a strong female, very powerful. They've been having food around here. This is one of the perfect places for, grazing area for zebras, wildebeest, and other animals. So the lions have a good opportunity to make some kill along here. The male have just decided to sleep along the grass there, so the female is looking back. The male have just got up. It might probably might come to see what the female is doing. That is a male.
So you can hear some little birds that are really making some loud noise. Those are called the rattling cisticolas. The rattling cisticolas normally give away cats a lot. If there's a leopard or a lion walking by, you will hear those little birds. I don't know why the hell they like doing that, and they're too tiny for a lion to eat them, but they just want to raise the alarm so that everybody can get alert and start moving away. So right now those little birds are, little bushes behind the lioness, and they just keep, making that alarm call. And if there was any antelope that was grazing here, it has to move away because the birds are telling the antelope, please go away. There's a problem here.
Absolutely, they normally do that to snakes, any cat. So most of the birds, they just send an alarm call to other prey.
Right, this has been one of the best sofa safaris so far. We have seen today 2 cats on 1 game drive. We have seen the cheetahs. We've been able to find the lions as well. This is really fantastic, and it's been a great time.
All right. So once again, it's a pleasure for hosting you. This is Olare Motorogi Conservancy, and welcome to Mahali Mzuri. I am Jackson, and the cameraman is Duncan. So pleasure for hosting you, and looking forward to host you again next Wednesday. So enjoy your time, and hope to see you again on Wednesday. Goodbye.
Thank you, guys. It was a lovely time together on our sofa safari at Olare Motorogi Conservancy, Mahali Mzuri. We're going to see you again on Wednesday for more fun. This has been truly exciting. A very, very wonderful time with the cats. Today we were able to see, oh, that's a nice yawn. Goodbye, darling. That's a great yawn. So we'll see you again on our next live safari on Wednesday. So stay safe at home, and we look forward to see you again on Wednesday. Bye-bye.